So let's get back to the question of what you like to cover. And for a technology company, which a lot of our listeners are, how they need to frame what they are doing in a way that's actually newsworthy. And I think, what I took away from the first part of your answer was read the Lean Startup and basically do the advice that's in that book, which is get really close to your customer, spend time with, talk to a lot of customers and understand what their problems actually are, and kind of understand their vocabulary and pain points. So let's imagine that I've done that, and I kind of know that know what the problem is that I'm trying to solve, and I've developed some technology that solves it, and maybe I've got my first couple of customers. How do I package that into a story that you'd actually be interested in covering?
Well, if someone sends me a pitch that says this company bought their technology, I'll be honest, that one goes right into my let's save that in case they have something important to say for like a story that I'm covering over an overall subject, but I'm not covering that news specifically because, the readers aren't super interested in stuff like that. So for me, it would be something that really is going to make a difference in the industry. Like I recently covered a technology that's looking to get rid of delivery trucks in downtown LA. So that company wants to, completely drive sustainability with zero emissions and work on, getting in and out to drop off deliveries without these bulky trucks in the way. I mean, this is stuff like bicycles, autonomous delivery, things like that, things that could potentially change the industry.
That makes sense. I mean, you're looking at it from your reader's perspective, and they're like doing their job and they're running their supply chain, but they're kind of looking for, well, what is it that I need to be aware of that will make me seem smart when I raise this idea with the boss rather than, or with my board or whoever it is that they're trying to impress. You're kind of giving them the fodder to survive in this corporate world, either because, it's driving some action or it's going to make them sound smart. Sounds like that's kind of essentially the service.
So I would say we have 4 different types of written content. There's video and podcasts and all that stuff. Endless amounts of those. But there's 4 specific types of written content that I focus on for the website. And that would be news items, articles, which focus on overall, trends, expert columns, and then my column. So the news items are, this technology is launching today. That's, a short little blurb about what the technology is, a link to their company page on our website. And, I always try to include how is this important for the industry. So that's how I'm always looking at every news story, is not even how it's going to change the industry. Why does the industry care about this? And that's how I think about every piece of article, every piece of news is why do we care about this? What does this mean? And then the articles themselves, I'll tap technology providers to help give insight on the actual trend that's going on. Like I just worked on a piece about warehouse automation. So there I'm talking to an automation provider, to give me some trends, but I really try to focus on non-promotional content because no one wants to read an article where it's just like, well, the top trend in automation is my technology, use it. So I'm always, really strict about that. And then the expert columns are also have to be non-promotional as well. And then my columns is timely stuff, less evergreen. So stuff I'll write about, like when the Suez Canal problem was happening. That's when I was writing about that. When the chip shortage first happened, that I put in a column, the timely pieces, but that leads to a larger article.
Fascinating. That's really good. And it all makes total sense. I think basically what it requires, if you want to get your story placed, it requires empathy, thinking about the reader and what they're trying to get out of it rather than just what you're trying to achieve, which is generally a good recipe.
If you only write about what you want to write about, you will fail.
Yeah. Very good.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Mr. Beacon podcast here on YouTube. You can listen to the rest of this episode on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you enjoyed it, please like and share this video, and be sure to subscribe for more weekly videos. For more information about Wiliot and IoT Pixels, head on over to wiliot.com.